Hello everyone! Last week I uploaded a video showcasing the creation of this fully functioning drum set in Minecraft. It's kinda cool, I'm really happy with it. Now in that video I called on anyone who has made an instrument in Minecraft like this or is inspired to make an instrument in Minecraft like this to reach out to me, and I got some really cool responses. So thank you kindly. Reading through all that was incredible. If you have instruments like this, there's a Discord. Go check it out, it's in the description. Anyway, one of the people who responded was my good friend Cornmilk, who sent me a 3D model of a piano they made for Minecraft and asked me to make it functional. Now, one of the big reasons I haven't already made a piano in Minecraft is because, well, there's some challenges with that. But Corn now got me to think about it, and so naturally I already made it. And so I wanted to share some of the challenges that I came across in making this piano. First, let me show you the model that Corn sent me. So Corn sent me this 3D block bench file. This is what it should look like in the end, in game. Now the first thing that I did was take apart this piano a little bit, because these keys, I want them to work individually of one another. And they cannot work individually of one another if they're all in the same model. Then I had some trial and error figuring out what it's supposed to look like in game. Of course, all those keys being separate means that I now manually need to align them properly. And then there it is. You will notice Corn didn't supply a seat, so I stole that from the drums. And now that I have this keyboard in place, let me show you some of the challenges that we have when creating a piano in Minecraft. First of all, you may notice this isn't a very long piano. Pianos usually have 88 keys, and this only has, well, from here to here, that's 2 octaves, that's 25 keys. In Minecraft, you can play sounds, and the sound that this keyboard is playing is block.noteblock.harp, and this is what that sounds like. Which you will notice is this one. It's exactly that one. Now we can pitch that sound up and down. We can double it, make the pitch 2. You will notice it's going to sound a little bit higher. Right? That's exactly an octave higher, like that. It's that one. We can also bring it down to 0.5. That's a lot lower. That's that one over there. That's an entire octave lower. Now here's the tricky part. We can technically go lower than 0.5, which would be 0. But that's exactly the same as 0.5. If you will notice, it's exactly the same as this one, right? And the other thing is we cannot go higher than 2. We cannot do 3, for example. As you can see, it already tells me it cannot be more than 2. This does not work. And so this here is the range to which we are limited. Now you may notice we do have an extra key over here and over on this side as well. And those two mostly exist for aesthetic reasons. Corn didn't really like the way that it looked without those keys at the end. And I cannot help but to agree. Now to get all the other notes in between, they all have a value of 0.5 to 2. This really strange looking pitch, for example, is this one over here. Right? So now we have a functioning piano in Minecraft where each key has the right pitch. Now this of course is absolutely great, and technically we can call the project here. We have a functioning piano just as we want it. But that's not good enough for me. For you see, to my best knowledge, you should be able to play chords on a piano, which right now we cannot. And then I made a realization. You see, my mouse has a right click button. It's what I'm using to right click these. It also has a left click button, so I can use that to play chords. Cool, huh? And the way that we're implementing that is actually really very simple. We give every note a number. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And so if you want to play a chord, it's really very simple. What we do is we take the number of the note that we pressed. And so for this example, let's take C. So we take that number. We add 1, 2, 3, 4 to it to get the E, which is part of the C. Then to that number we add another 1, 2, 3, so we get the G, and in total we now have a C chord. And so with this method we can play pretty much all chords, except for we're running into an issue here. This is no longer a chord now, is it? You see, a chord exists of 3 notes, and if we just keep adding to it, which is what we're doing, eventually, this is the highest we can play where we have 3. Eventually we're running out of space here. Remember, this one doesn't work, it's only a static. So at this point we can only really play 1 note. This one actually. And this is of course a really very bad. Now luckily there is a really easy solution, and that is we just invert the chord when it goes to high. As you can see, it now starts playing these notes over here, right? And so, as we start reaching the end of the keyboard, you may notice it starts rolling back and plays the notes over there. And I'm breaking things now, that's good. Now those among you who know a little bit more about music will have probably figured out that at this point I'm only playing major chords. And while you can make really cool songs with only major chords, you have different kinds of chords as well that you might want to play on this piano. For which, again, I have a solution. Now this is also where I need your help and some suggestions, because this is not the most intuitive solution. We're just very limited to what we can detect in Minecraft. Basically, the reason we're actually sitting on a stool is so that we don't walk around when I start pressing the WASD keys. And that is because we're using those keys to figure out which chord we want to play. So if I just punch this without pressing any of the keys on my keyboard, we get a major chord just like that. But if I press the W while punching this, you will notice we have a minor chord now. Similarly, we can do a 7. Look at that, we can do a minor 7. And then I can also press sprint and do a major 7. I also added second to the chord as well, so if we just press regularly, we get a C major. If I start pressing the A on the keyboard, we now add the second over there, right? And if we press A and W, we get that in minor. And then I also added fifths. And that's pretty much everything you can do with the piano right now. And this is just not very intuitive, is it? But I don't really know a better way of doing it. But with those chords, you can play the following song. And I'll bet all of you know this song. And if you know it, comment the name in the comments. It goes a bit like this. You see, you know that song, right? You know that song. It's pretty easy. Now, as said, this over here is Korn's piano that we've made functional, so why don't we go ahead and show Korn? And there it is.
I made the piano that we... Oh.
What do you think?
I can play stuff.
Yay!
A small problem.
Mm-hmm.
It is a pink and black blob for me.
Right, this thing requires a resource pack. I knew that. Let's go see what else Korn thinks.
This is so neat.
Thank you, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, hold on. Oh no, I need to try harder than that. I was trying to do a slide with my hands. I feel like I'm warming up.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Take your time.
At least I can always do. Mary had a little lamb. This is the expertise you brought me here for.
Now it would of course be absolutely really very cool if we could play together, so why don't we give that a try, shall we? There we go, there's piano, and we'll put one over here. Now we can both play.
It's dueling pianos.
Does it work?
I may have gotten slightly violent.
Sorry, wait a second.
I noticed something was a little off with the piano, but I didn't want to say anything.
It's missing keys. No!
Yeah!
So this is what we learned.
Part of my keys. Yeah, no two pianos.
No two pianos. So yeah, it doesn't exactly look like I made this data pack able to support two pianos. If only there was another instrument that we could use instead. But it was no sooner than when we started playing together that we noticed another really big issue. Okay, sorry, I'm So what you probably don't hear is...
No, I was having a great time.
Yeah, no, it was great. What you probably can't hear is there's a big latency issue.
Oh, I thought I was just really bad at timing.
Now this is not an issue that we can solve really, so instead we just decided to give our best impression of modern music. That was pretty good. As you can imagine, Korn also wanted to try the drums, and so we switched seats for a little bit as well. It's so hard to play this thing. It's stupid.
I was like, we sound good. I should play the drums more. You should play the piano more.
Yeah. I just hit the white notes.
Thank you for your sticks.
Oh, thank you for coming along. What's your verdict on this piano?
Toy piano.
A toy piano? Corin thinks of this as a toy piano? You know what? That's actually fair. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed this very strange video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye! Well, thank you for sending over your model, Corin. Your piano model. And I had a lot of fun making it a functioning thing.
I had a lot of fun modeling something and then sending it over to you and watching you do cool stuff with it. Let me say, the modeling was fairly straightforward, and I have no clue how you did any of this.
Yeah, neither do I.